The committee set up to discuss on roster system on Monday held a meeting and has decided to send a recommendation to the Chief Minister of Meghalaya to allow the committee to have an inclusive meeting. The committee unanimously agreed that they should request the CM, and the committee will recommend the CM to allow the committee to give VP a chance to express their views and hold deliberation on job reservation policy.
Deliberations of the committee for the institutionalization of a roster system for the state of Meghalaya in its application of the state reservation policy. All political parties who were invited to this meeting, barring one, had attended this meeting this afternoon, and we are pleased to inform the public that there was a unanimous agreement of the proposed roster as was discussed by all political parties, including the GNC, who was represented by Augustine Marak through video conferencing from Tura. We have decided to forward certain recommendations to the government of Meghalaya. All of these points that were discussed by the committee will be forwarded to the government of Meghalaya for its kind consideration. Few discussions we may be able to tell you here, but few discussions we also have to take the minutes and submit officially to the government of Meghalaya, the Honorable Chief Minister, for his purview of all of the matters discussed in this meeting. There is one point, however, which this committee felt very required to propose to the government of Meghalaya. If a roster system has to be agreed upon by all stakeholders, particularly the political parties, it is important for all of us to have an inclusive approach, wherein all members of all political parties, to the furthest extent possible, should be a part of a deliberation on the roster system. Now we are satisfied with the proposed roster. However, one political party is still not part of our discussions. We have thought it fit to send a proposal to the government of Meghalaya to allow this committee to also give a patient hearing to the points of view of our one main political party that is not part of our discussions and our dialogue. Otherwise, the entire purpose of our sitting will not be inclusive in its nature. We are therefore going to request the government of Meghalaya, our committee, is strictly the discussion between political parties. Political parties in the state of Meghalaya. The GNC from governments was also party to these discussions. All other parties came bearing one. Hence, we feel it is not inclusive. Decisions for the future have to be inclusive decisions. Political parties being the main provisions, the main individuals who will be looking at institutionalization of law. So we can only lend suggestions to the government. We cannot decide. We are not a competent authority to decide.
And the CNAM also, I think they have decided
Yes.
not to attend the meeting.
No, they have not decided not to attend the meeting. I'm sorry. To my knowledge, the CNAM has expressed its inability to attend this meeting because there was short notice. But the CNAM has already sent a letter to the government of Meghalaya. In fact, letter was addressed to me as Honorable Law Minister of the government of Meghalaya. These letters are now being shared with all members of this committee, and we are meeting on the 31st at 2:30 to discuss everything that everyone has sent to the government on the matter of the roster. Thank you.